It's July 12th, 2018 today. Haven't done a video in a few weeks, so time for an update, and it's going to be lots of progress this time. The beans are really starting to give her. Don't see any really blossoms or beans yet, but won't be long. These little plants there should not grow on too fast, but they're putting out a lot of peppers. I'm thinking these are the Mad Hatters, but I'm still not really sure because they don't really look like the picture. Could have sent me the wrong seeds, I suppose. Now the cilantro is really starting to look good, although it seems to be a slow growing plant, but they're looking pretty good there now. Even though it's probably been over a month since I planted them. Took a long time to sprout though. Here's a good sized bell. There's a cayenne, red cayenne. I like the way those plants, they get a little bushier than my other pepper plants. And oh yeah, the jalapenos. Finally starting to get some jalapenos. There's a nice size jalapeno right there, that's for sure. It's a big one. There's mostly bell peppers over here. Banana peppers. Some more bells over here. And the tomato plants, they've really grown a lot. They would be a lot higher if I had something to hold them up, but they're all tipped over there now, a lot of them, since they're getting so big and higher than the cage and all flopped over. Lots of tomatoes, no real big huge ones though, and none have started to ripen yet either. Kind of expected, since I saw my first green tomato early June. Thought I'd have some ripe ones by now. And keeping the blight away, spraying the Bordeaux spray. It's like a jungle in here. Planted them a little too close. Next year there, I'll leave a little more room. Yeah, all kinds of green tomatoes. Shouldn't be too long though. Actually, I just saw some of that blight there I've been talking about, and here's what it looks like. You get those brown dots all over it. And that spreads like crazy if you don't spray it. And it still spreads even if you do spray it, but it definitely slows it down. We'll have to trim these leaves there off after. If you don't spray, if I didn't spray this year as much as I did, probably all the leaves would look like that or be gone by now. Here's quite the cluster of tomatoes right there. That's those Tachi or Taki. This plant here, it's still standing, higher cage, but it's got to be 5.5 feet tall. And the garlic plants, I cut off most of the scapes there. A few I missed. That's what a scape looks like. Another one I missed. These, like, you can see where I cut it off. Instead of its energy going to grow the seed, it all goes to the bulb, they say. Well, it's looking pretty good. Probably the best garden I've had in a few years since I've kept that blight away. Well, that's it for today.